We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PepTalks Podcast. This is episode 27. Man, I'm excited. It's been a long ass week. People who see in the behind the scenes, y'all know how that goes. But I'm excited to be here this weekend. I'm with my boy Noe. We're here for his bachelor party here in the beautiful city of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We're up in the mountains, man. You know, and well, yeah, we got our boys in the back. All the groomsmen. We got Mao, Alan, Miguel. We got people here, bro, coming from all over the place, and we're all decided to come and join for my boy Noe, man.
Yeah, saludos.
Saludos, man. What's the date right now for the wedding?
Right now, pues, estamos puestos de July 5th, 2025.
July 5th, 2025, and
San
then
Luis
you have
Potosí.
another one.
San Luis Potosí.
That's the one for, like, the church, right?
That's the one for the church. We're going to do it in Mexico.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's where you're from, San Luis Potosí?
Well, my parents are from there. I wasn't born there, but me siento como, like, I was, though. Like, those...
Yeah, because you were
roots,
telling me
bro,
earlier about the shit with, like,
Me
with
siento
the
más de
rancho,
allá, güey.
right? With being at the
Neta.
rancho stuff, es otro pedo, también el Mao.
Es
Rancho,
otro...
güey.
Somos tan platicados, es otro pedo, güey. ¿De verdad, Mau?
Ya, es otro
Uno
pinche
de
pedo.
rancho se siente como, no sé, güey.
Es como que uno, la mera punta del tren, la pinche riata.
Sí, güey, como uno...
Y es que yo pienso que como dicen, como están hablando del baile y todo ese pedo, y a una edad más joven, yo pienso como que uno ya empieza a agarrar la onda de cómo va el mundo, cómo va con las morras, el pisto.
Es más como las tradiciones que brinda el rancho, la tradición que viene a la
Y-
comunidad,
Y
viene...
todavía siguen, güey.
viene
Todavía siguen las tradiciones del
What do y'all
rancho
mean
y
by that
todo.
though? Like,
Sí, cambian poquito, pero de verdad las tradiciones del rancho todavía siguen fuertes, güey.
Ay, como el baile del
tradiciones,
rancho, güey,
we
todo
mean
eso,
like,
la fiesta del
las
rancho.
tradiciones de la fiesta del rancho, like, traditional, the man...
Cuando va a la
do the
feria,
wedding,
güey, cuando va a la
Yeah,
feria
okay,
también,
okay,
güey.
do the, like,
Semana
biggest
Santa.
fiesta,
Es para todo el rancho.
Pa' todo el rancho.
Para toda la gente que
Toda
anda
la
en la
gente.
área.
you
It's
invite
like,
everybody.
you
Yes.
invite everybody. It's public.
Because
Like,
it's a community.
it's a community thing, man. It's public. That's why my wedding over there
You
is
know
so
about it,
big.
you just gotta be there,
Yeah,
you
gotta
know.
be there.
Yeah.
Es como
So-
decir, mira, vas a tirar una pieza, pero para todo el rancho, güey, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Everything.
todos simultáneos, güey.
Sí.
Y ahorita, como, ¿cuánta gente estás esperando?
No sé, de verdad. Like, probably
How many you invited?
me invited is like 300. But
Damn.
that's me personally inviting them.
La gente que nomás llega,
And hay gente que nomás llega. So I was like,
it's gonna be like another, what,
Los
2
arrimados.
unos 200,
Los
güey,
arrimados,
unos,
yeah.
unos 500, güey, ahí, sí.
no, va a ser más porque por el baile también, pues, tengo un buen grupillo. Y ahí junta la gente con ese
Ey,
grupo.
¿cuál grupo vas a tener, güey?
Sí lo
Esas
dejamos,
para los
güey.
behind the scenes, ¿verdad?
Es behind the scenes, güey, así lo dejamos.
Pero también, para los que vayan van a saber,
Si
güey.
sabes,
Y sí lo van a poner en Facebook y todo, así van a anunciar ya después.
Va a ser
Sí,
famoso
más
como
cerca.
los
Sí,
15
no,
de la
You know,
Rubí.
you know.
De la Rubí, güey.
Ustedes, ándale, güey.
And you know, los bailes en San Luis, they're fire as fuck. So,
Y en ese rollo, ¿quién lo patrocina o cómo se hace?
Lo de la boda lo patrocina, pues, el novio
pues,
o la familia.
No, los bailes de sí, que tú dices.
Los bailes, nomás, like...
Se agarra
Entre
permisos
todos, güey,
y...
¿verdad? Entre todos, güey.
People be sharing it on Facebook, like, oh, this wedding is going on, this baile is gonna be on this
They're gonna have
date,
this grupo
then-
and así va.
and they're gonna have this grupo, so if it's a, like, as grupo they wanna see, everybody just go. Like,
Todo el rancho.
y
se jala, güey.
le caen la gente, y pues, en la noche pues, se vende la cheve, las modelos ahí.
Also, hacen
Es-
dinero para atrás.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, so we're gonna be selling beers for the baile and stuff, but all of that we already told, like, we're gonna donate most of it to the church in my rancho, so we're gonna donate it back to the community over there.
It's crazy.
So it's like-
Donating beer to the church is crazy.
Not donating
No,
beer.
no,
right?
no,
Donating
no,
beer,
no,
güey.
no mames, güey, te pasas, güey.
Este güey, the money from the beer.
They're gonna be lit during la misa.
Este güey, güey, vamos a
Para
llegar a la
los hijos
misa
del
con
padre,
el
güey.
24, güey, no mames, güey.
Si Chuy convirtió el agua
La
en vino,
ganancia,
ahora
güey.
la cheve que haga, ¿verdad? ¿Qué no vaya a hacer? No, that's cool, man. And I mean, that's going to be
Yeah.
a crazy experience just traveling with so many people that are from here. They're going to be
Yeah.
so located here.
They're gonna
A lot
move
of people.
them for what, almost a week.
Almost
it
a
feels
week.
like it because
Yeah,
of all the
'cause,
prep that has to be done.
Yeah, because my wedding's the 5th, right? And then the fiesta mi rancho's the 7th, so like 2 days away.
So they
So
got.
I was telling everybody, stay a couple days because you could see also the fiesta del rancho, como se pone
So
también.
then, right after the wedding, like la misa, you're just gonna go and have like the food and stuff, or that goes until the 7th too.
So like what, like after the misa?
Mm-hmm.
So like basically that's after the misa, that's when like the food and all that, pues vamos a tener banda, mariachi, todo eso pedo, güey.
Pero la banda machín va a estar el 7.
No, it's
No,
that
the-
day.
no,
it's
it's
that
the
day.
mero día,
And then the
Yeah.
7th is.
The 7th is un jaripeo baile del rancho. It's the fiesta del rancho.
Oh, that's just that.
That's a
just,
separate thing.
Oh, that's a separate,
separate
thing.
thing.
You see? Damn.
It's like the feria del rancho, you know. Like,
Yeah, it's like-
tipo la feria.
They're
So
celebrating the rancho. It's basically like when the rancho came to be.
And they have a banda during that sort of.
Yeah,
thing,
and
too.
there's a banda because the fiesta rancho casi muchos ranchos la hacen como 2-3 días. En mi rancho la hacen como 2.
Damn.
So like the first day is jaripeo baile. So ahí también pues jaripeo, they ride the bulls. And then after baile happens, they play music, people dance.
Nice.
Pisteando.
I think that's crazy. Like the Indian weddings, they be like a week
Bro.
long.
Yes, bro.
I've never understood that shit, but that's a lot of fucking
Yes,
money.
bro. Well, my fiance, she actually went to those kind of weddings like that, and she said like it's crazy. Like, and there's a lot of people too.
A lot too.
They
doing,
so like
banquets
when they
and
invite
shit.
their family from like they're coming out of town, they throw a separate party for them. That's one day.
Where?
Oh.
And then the next day is like another different party. And
Another
then
group of people.
And like another group of people, and then one day is like all of the group of people. So I was like, dang.
I wonder what the break of culture would be if you're like, I don't want to do that. I just want to have one wedding.
And people still do
Right,
it. I mean,
hey,
people do it in
that-
our culture now. So
Right.
it's like, I don't think it'll be no different
Yeah.
for them. I don't know.
Damn, that's
People
crazy.
do it in our now. So with us. So.
But you feel excited. You feel
No, I'm
happy.
excited. I'm excited.
Mhm.
It's been a little bit
You
stressful.
put a lot
but-
of work into it right now.
Oh yeah, a lot of work.
But that's what it is.
Overtime.
Right? Porque también aquí tenemos el compa Mau.
Oye, que tenemos compa Mau.
Sí,
También se va a
también,
casar, güey.
he got a wedding in the works.
He's
too,
right
bro.
behind him.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
right behind me, güey. Just Lego.
Few months later.
Los dos por fin.
Por fin, güey.
Yeah,
Nah,
they
hey,
put-
güey. Ese
they-
Mauricio,
no,
güey.
no.
Mauricio's like.
They put a lot of
God,
hard work.
se
They put a
cayó,
lot of
güey.
hard work into their.
Porque
into
tú
their
cuánto llevas
relationship.
con ella.
Ah, pues con Melissa desde high school. Pues
Nice.
ya
High school
llevamos
sweethearts.
9 años. Like we're
2016.
this is our 9th year
No,
coming in. So we're 8th going to 9th.
¿Y tú, Mau?
No, ya con ella llevo 5, voy para 6 años. Ya,
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Este
me-
año ya 6 años. Damn.
ya tenía planeado hacerlo, pero pues
Se
Y
trata
sí,
las cosas,
distancias,
pero
pero
se pasa con
ya
Por
cuando
fin ya se va a dar, güey.
ya al final se hizo, ya
Por fin.
gracias a Dios.
Gracias a Dios.
Y si,
Vamos
y
a-
si son creyentes en lo que el tiempo, la verdad, resuelve todo y enseña todo, vale la pena esperar un poco. Porque hay gente que nomás dice que se enamora, se conoce por 3 meses y vámonos a la capilla.
No.
Entonces dices, ¿qué pedo? Like, pues,
I think it's just everybody's different. Everybody's relationship is different. If that's how they feel, then that's how they feel. You know, me and Melissa, we've always had the conversations. I mean, we've been together since high school, so it's like it's been different. We're young. We were 18 when we got together. I was like 17. So
and that's
like,
crazy because those are considered formative years, you know? So you
Yeah.
guys are watching each other being formed and
Yeah.
you're forming within each other as well.
So we
too.
changed within the relationship.
You
So
see
it's
what I'm
different.
saying?
Like we know it was gonna work because we changed within the relationship, but we still made it work. And I see.
But it's not changing for that person. It's just you have to
If you
change.
grew up-
You're evolving
We're
more
evolving.
than just changing, right?
Yeah, we're
Because
we're
it-
kids.
Because that's one thing that I feel like sometimes gets misinterpreted when you're like, it's not that I want to change you. It's just like this. This is something that I feel like you can resolve easily, and you can move it out of the relationship
Yeah.
without you really needing to do a whole lot of transformation in the person.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not the point of being in a relationship. You
No.
shouldn't have to change that person. Like it should be working, whether they are who they are, you know,
Yeah.
or not. But how do you feel? Like, ¿cómo te sientes tú así de eso?
Yo sé que, bueno, yo pienso que es más como aceptar cómo es la persona. Aceptas cómo es la persona, cómo viene cambiando durante el tiempo.
Yeah.
Y aceptas cómo la relación cambia un poco, pero es como te vas conociendo más con ella.
Mm.
Y para mí fue más diferente porque para mí era long distance relationship
Yeah.
y fue un poquito más difícil, pero al final de aquí, I mean, estamos todavía juntos. And I'm mighty happy. Me terminé moviendo desde Texas hasta acá, hasta Georgia. Y estamos juntos. Cuando hay ganas, se puede.
Cuando hay ganas, ¿verdad? Cuando se quiere, se quiere.
Eso es todo, güey.
Yeah, güey.
También contigo, like, sí, has sentido así a veces tiempos como que dices, güey, como que ya tal vez algo más está allá, pero ahorita se ve que no ha pasado.
Pues yeah, pues primero sí, se miraba como like, dang, like what am I doing? Like, am I just wasting my time here or no? But then, you know, you just keep thinking, you're like, it sounds corny, but también I was like,
You know.
you know, like, yeah, you like deep down, you know, you're like, nah, this is the, because when I first got with her, I was like, I knew already right away, I was like, this is serious. Through all my other relationships I had, I was like, it felt different. I was like, this is different. This is the girl, like, I think this is it for me.
Yeah.
And I was really young already. I was still young. I was like, dang, but I was like, this is it.
Aferrado, vinculado.
Yeah, I was like, vinculado, güey. Like, fuck it.
A toda madre, güey.
Yeah, toda madre. I was like, fuck it, pues, aquí quedé, güey. Yeah.
Nice. No, sí, y es que como te digo, son años que son chidos porque pues te vale verga la vida, like, todo es nuevo, todo
Yeah,
es
everything's
libre,
new.
todo estás apenas aprendiendo, like, qué grupo social vas a hacer,
Yeah.
like, quién vas a ser tú en la escuela, fuera de la escuela, si te gustan los deportes, toda esa mamada, like, va concluyendo, like, quién eres y también con quién te vas a quedar, pero
Yeah.
tienes que ir como averiguando, pero hay gente que yo pienso que a veces como que se encerró mucho también y no ves esa evolución hasta después, pero ya años después. Y la
Yeah,
gente,
a lot of
like,
people.
que es bueno que se encuentren, you know, like, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's good, like, for people to go and have time to themselves. I think that's one thing that, you know, may sound repetitive on the show, but I keep saying, like, it's kind of good sometimes to be on your own.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you find a good person, too, that, like, really, really is for the team,
Yeah.
and I'd like the whole thing, like,
I think
the team between y'all two. But.
Yeah, I think what worked for me and Melissa was that we also like to be independent. Like, we're not like on each other's back about this and that, or like we were together a lot, but she's not like telling me, oh, I should do this, I should do that. She just gives me advice, like, you know, like, you think if you do this way, but you don't have to do it, you know, it's still your life. And I was like, yeah, and I started thinking about it, I was like, damn, maybe she is right. And I do it that way, and it might work out, it might not. But I'm not blaming her because it's still my life. It's like, I got to make the decision. So, like, I guess me and her had that kind of, like, same respect for each other that we both navigated through that.
What is, and this could be for the both of you, like, what is something that, like, you've noticed helps you when you're trying to start new things or trying to find things about yourself that they can help you with? You know, is it understanding? Is it helping you figure out questions? Doing all of that, you know?
I think it's just more supporting than anything. I don't think they really, like, help you try to find something. It's just more just they support you once you find something. I don't think your partner could help you do it for you.
Right.
It's just more just they support you doing it. So you got to take the responsibility of you finding that. And then they take the responsibility of supporting you in that. So it's like,
I agree on that.
two-step.
I agree on that. Like, it's like when a man feels like the support of the, like, your
Woman is there.
your woman is there, or like supporting your ideas.
It feels good.
It feels good. Like, it feels good in the men's health, and then you feel good, and you know, like, vas a estar ahí y le vas a echar más ganas.
Te
Like,
motiva más.
Te
güey,
motiva un poquito más.
Sí, güey.
It does.
Te motiva un poquito más.
Sabiendo que.
Can I say something? From like outside looking in, like of how, like especially with like your relationship with Melly, like how you guys started off and like who you were before you got with Melly. It's like it's something that you didn't even like, you know, she didn't tell you to like, oh, you got to work on this and this. It's like you grew as a person once you started dating Melly. That you just like were, you know, you started being a lot more open to how people's feelings were around you and everything like that. You started being more open with your feelings and everything like that. Yeah. It's like that's something that just came with you being in the relationship with Melly and like everything like that. It's like you grew as a person, and it's like with like especially with like our friendship with each other. As your relationship was going on, it's like it just leaked into our friendship. You know that you were growing as a friend, not just as a boyfriend, but as a friend with everything else that your relationship just led to that.
Yeah.
Because our relationship was very different when we first started.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, when I say it, I was
Yeah.
a fucking... I was an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I was straight up, I was an asshole.
I was trying to say that in a nice way, but...
I didn't care about anybody's opinion back then. I
Yeah.
didn't care. And that's kind of still don't, but I kind of respect other people's opinions more. So it's like, I take them in consideration now, like, a lot more. But sometimes, like, I mean, I was like, sometimes I'm like, me vale verga. Me vale verga.
Exactly. Everybody's like that.
But
everybody's like that.
I mean, I feel like, not to sound like too toxic, like, as a man, you need to feel like that.
You do.
Because it's a cold world, bro. Like, straight up is, when us, like, all of us are blue-collar men, so it's like, you know how it is for, like, in the blue-collar world, it's kind of like, it's a different thing, like, within...
¿Le jalas o no le jalas?
Yeah, bro, like, some people beat you to the punch, and that's it. Like, you can't do nothing about it. But now, like, we were talking about this, like, on the way here, when we were driving, we were talking about, it's been changing, though, because it's the younger people coming in now. Mm-hmm. Now people are helping each other, put each other on. But you still run into those older guys that are, like, still kind of feeling some type of way.
Like, I feel like the networking events and, like, opportunities there is, especially somewhere as diverse as Atlanta, is growing by the year even.
Yeah.
You could say, we don't have to go too deep into, like, the time periods, but it seems that people are more open in this generation to be like, let me follow you on Instagram. Let's collab. Let's do this. Because a lot of us are starting up with nothing. And so at a certain point, the only thing you can really, like, put up is, like, what I consider sweat equity. Like, your skill, your talent, your passions, bring them to the table, and somebody at some point is going to need that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what makes the whole circle start to go.
Yep.
And you don't need to have all that, like, funding that comes from above. Like, just making it here, making it, like, from the community.
Just networking.
And up. A contrario que antes era de que, pues, no, es que este es mi jale, yo te traje aquí. You know, there was a lot of double crossing. There was a lot of, like, gatekeeping. And that shit, I feel like, kept a lot of people at a really, really low spot. Yep. But yeah, this generation hopefully is
we're willing to help. We're willing to help the other guy get, you know.
It's like, I'll put you on.
Like the ego, I feel like it's just not as strong anymore, you know. It doesn't have to be, you know, that part of it. You gotta be so secure in yourself that you're like, man, I'm gonna make it out because my shit is good. What I do is good. And like, nobody else can take that away.
Yeah, and it's also the mentality, like, everybody can eat. Yeah. Everybody can eat, bro.
If not, there wouldn't be this many opportunities. Or like, and you at a certain point, you can't even, like, if you really wanted to, you couldn't control the whole city unless you employed half of it, you know. So there's just a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not being thought out. But maybe stay in the conversation of marriage, and I did want to ask that, going into it, like, what are your thoughts of marriage? You as a husband and hopefully later a father, like, what is your vision so far? Maybe not expectations, because if you expect stuff, it doesn't always go out the way it's supposed to, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, what is that vision, an idea, maybe a thought that has, like, kind of, like, brought you closer to wanting to be a husband now?
What made you think more of just being
wanting to go through with
wanting to elevate to that? Yeah, elevate to that spot. Okay. Alright.
That's about to be corny as fuck, bro.
No.
Fuck, man.
Así es el amor, bro. Dale. Oh, wait.
We started?
Everybody take their shot.
Saludcita a la buena.
Hey.
Saludcita a la buena.
Salud. We'll take a shot.
I'm a bueno, güey. I'm a bueno.
Salud. We'll take a shot from my boy. Una agüita para nivelar.
It's a good question. A great question, actually. What made me feel kind of, like, ready to take the next step was, like, corny as it sounds is love. Corny as it sounds is love.
That's real. No,
and then,
real,
like, it was love. You know, I want to be, like, I always told Melissa that my dream is to be the supporter. Like, I want to be the provider. Not just the provider, but the supporter. Like, I want to support her dreams. Like,
if she
whatever she wants to do. Because right now, she's, like, she likes what she does. But, like, I don't think it's something she loves. Like, I want to do something. I want to help her do what she loves. So, it's like, she wants to, like, do other stuff. Like, artistic kind of things. Like, flower shops and other things. So, like, I want to support her on that. But also be the provider.
You want to be
within our family
for that cool journey too.
That cool journey, yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to have that time with her. And,
do you want?
And if we do have a family, because, like, we've talked about it, Like, yeah, we probably do want kids, but like right now it's like not even in our minds. We're like,
Because this day and age, there's a lot of people who just don't. Our generation's gonna be one of those where that dynamic of the family goes from being a really big family to now having maybe one kid and like two dogs style.
yeah.
Like it gets really small, and it's gonna get probably smaller
So
by that. So
yeah, so right now, well, Melissa has a dog,
hmm
and then I have 2 cats. And then when we move out, my parents already told me like I gotta leave my 2 cats because my parents fell in love with my cats. So they're like, nah, you gotta leave them now. I was like, ah, dang, what? I love my cats though. I want to take them.
yeah, but we love them all.
And I was like, it's cool though. Like, I already told my parents like I'm gonna come see y'all whenever because you see the dynamic with my other siblings. I was like, nah, I'm gonna come see y'all. So I was like, that's cool. They're just like, you gotta make sure you come because your cats are gonna miss you. And then Melissa's dog, we're gonna take her with us. So it's gonna be cool. But like kids are like, dang, like 1 or 2. Like we really don't know yet though. We're gonna see what the future holds for us. But right now we just want to enjoy each other's company, and we want to travel a lot. So for honeymoon we have some good plans. I don't want to say them out loud because I don't know. Still manifesting them. This is some good things coming. So yeah.
¿Y tú, man, qué buscas más en el matrimonio? ¿Qué te emociona más de ser un esposo?
That he's 30.
Other than he's getting old.
Me veo viejo, pero
Tiene
parezco
fridge
como de
open.
21, güey.
No mames, güey.
Nada, lo que me atrajo más de ya settle down fue como de, like, man, like, ella sí hemos estado mucho tiempo juntos y hablamos de eso durante la relación y no sé, fue funcionando y fuimos hablando de eso y yo lo que siempre he querido es pues formar una familia. Ella y yo quisimos hacerlo de la manera correcta y le pedí la mano y ya nos vamos a casar pronto, November 1st, apúntenle. Ah,
Apuntado.
pero
Apuntado, güey.
vamos poco a poco ahí, la relación fue a distancia, vamos funcionando, mis metas eran de formar una familia, of course, siempre es ser mejor persona, mejor padre que mi padre. Like, siempre tienes esas expectativas de ser mejor. So, para mí es ser mejor
Esposo y
padre y estar ahí para mi persona favorita, like, apoyarla en lo que ella sueña, en lo que ella quiere hacer. Siempre va a haber el apoyo porque desde el día primero, desde que la conocí a ella estaba en su journey de ser enfermera y le dije, yo creo en ti, tú tienes el potencial. Y yo le dije, yo veo potencial en ti y tú vas a ser enfermera. Y la apoyé desde day one. Y la apoyé, y yo sin conocerla tanto, pero yo la apoyé y yo dije, yo sé que puedes. Y era como, no tanto como que la conocía que sí podía, pero era como para impulsarla que ella creyera en sí misma.
Yeah.
¿Sabes? Y ella terminó su carrera y ahorita tiene su carrera ya completa. Si ella quiere seguir su carrera, y la voy a seguir apoyando a un doctorado o algo, no sé.
Y está chido esa ideología de que si alimentas esa mente con palabras afirmativas, así que les da un poco más de carácter a la persona, como que le inculcas en su mente que ellos también pueden hacer lo que tal vez hasta se les ve muy lejos. Es algo muy posible porque alguien cercano ve más que tú. Y eso yo pienso que ayuda a mucha gente más, especialmente con las palabras que se dan, porque he notado que el daño que trae una palabra negativa a la mente y con consistencia, la de veras te lleva afuera de los rieles.
Sí.
Ya no piensas derecho, a veces ya no ves el fin, ya no ves la distancia, ya no ves nada y te pones tan ciego que pues ya dudas todo lo que has hecho.
Hasta dudas de ti mismo porque dices, entonces si mi persona ya ni cree en mí, entonces ¿qué puedo esperar yo de mí mismo?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like even if your parents are telling you the like they're the ones like, oh, you're not gonna be able to do this, you're gonna be not gonna be able to do that. If the person that loves you, that you're spending every single day with, that loves you, if they're telling you can do it, you're gonna believe them more than you believe your parents. Because some parents are,
Yeah,
they be
like you will
bringing, they
never
be
show
bringing you
your
down. They
full
be like,
self
oh,
to your parents more than
yeah,
like your
yeah.
significant
But
other.
if your significant
yes.
other is the one telling
True.
you, oh, you can do
100%.
it, you're gonna believe that you can do it,
Yeah, because
even if your parents are
once
telling
you
you
show
otherwise.
that person everything, like now in your head, you're like, well, they're not lying because they know everything about me now.
Oh yeah.
They know my flaws. They know the what I
Exactly.
haven't done, the bad that I've done, and if they still believe me, then something must be
Yeah.
going right. You know?
Because
Yep.
more often than not, there's a lot of situations where the parents are like, "Oh, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do this." They're down on you, but like if your significant other is right behind you, you feel like you can do anything. You're, oh, I can keep going.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Type of shit. Like,
Type of shit. Type shit.
me vale verga.
No,
Nah,
yeah.
yeah, and
nah,
that's
it
true.
is-
Like you like I guess like when you have somebody like that, it's like you showing all your cards to her.
Yeah.
And like with our parents, you probably haven't shown all your cards with them. So
Mhm.
like, and then also parents, like Alan said, like they kind of sometimes they talk you down. Depends on your parents stuff too.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, I guess for us, most of us have those kind of parents like they kind of talk you down a little bit, but it's all good. Like I try to learn how not to take it too much to heart. Cause I know I kind of try to relate like the background they live too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean they came from ranchos, poor ranchos, not like they're like I know there's other people who are more down bad than them, but it's like they were still like down there. So it's like I try to kind of relate, but like dang, I don't know like
No, but when you have someone that's backing you, like that Melly's backed you, like she has,
100%
how
believes
Wendy
me.
has back, how she has backed you, like she has. It's like it just feels different.
It does. Feel
The
different.
love feels
It does.
different. It feels
It
different
does.
It does, and
from what you haven't gotten from your parents that you expected from them.
And it gives you a whole new vision of life and a whole new motivation
of what
a
you
whole
can
new
do,
energy
of
of
what you can do,
how you feel.
Exactly.
like all that, like it just motivates you, like to just keep going,
Yeah.
and keep growing as a man, and keep providing for your family.
Like you want to do more. Like you feel like you can do more.
And I feel like I can do more, and I see myself like all the way up there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even that you're already doing a lot, but you're like, oh, I can. Like
You could
you know
definitely-
that you're like, I feel it in me that I can do so much. Like you feel the motivation.
And I can
like,
do so much, and I can do
you can keep
like
growing.
more, like I can keep growing as a person.
Like this isn't my limit. I
Yeah.
I have so much more to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like that you guys have taken the time to really get to know your person, to really,
Oh yeah.
find yourself in all different types of situations that you have put yourself into together, and how you found the way out. I like that you guys have kept that up. It's not keeping score. It's more of like keeping notes of what's happening between you guys.
And what I have told Melissa, this is the most secure decision I've ever made in my life is marrying her.
That's awesome. That's
So
beautiful.
like
and
I
feel
have no
like-
second guesses. I was like, that's how it is.
Well, that's like that I think that's ideal in all relationships, and that would be awesome
Careful.
for all of it, but maybe it doesn't always happen that way.
And it doesn't, and I have seen it.
But that's crazy, where everything's at right now. At some point, it had a beginning, right? And this is a question that wanted to be asked. Like, could you guys, in some way, it doesn't have to be long or descriptive, just kind of talk about the first beginning, when you first saw the person. That your story is pretty cool. I haven't really heard your full story, so it's also cool to share if you guys want to.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like the beginning of it. Like, how was that first instinct of seeing her? And hey, como que esa morra me late, güey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pues, dale, Marisa, tú.
Shit.
Tú primero, güey.
Yo, cuando la conocí, pues yo ni siquiera estaba buscando algo o nada, like estaba en mi desmadre, yo nomás estaba...
Y es así lo que dicen que a veces pasa, ¿verdad? Que cuando no lo buscas es
La verdad siempre pasa así, like, nunca sabes cuándo te va a pasar, pero...
Es como algo de películas. Tú
Te-
piensas que es de película, güey.
Yo nomás estaba en mi desmadre, estaba ahí y ella llegó y pues vino aquí a interrumpir mi vida y era ¿y dónde estoy? Vine a querer hasta Atlanta, Georgia, desde allá, desde Texas.
¿Verdad? Pero
Ah.
cuando se conocieron en Texas.
No,
No.
yo la conocí allá en México, ya la conocí en México, nos tratamos como por un año y algo de meses.
Imagínate qué loco, güey. Se conocen en otro
Güey,
país, güey.
Y
es loco, güey. Ella de Georgia, él de Texas, y se conocieron en San Luis Potosí, güey. It's
desde San Luis
crazy, bro.
Potosí.
Imagínate todas las cosas que deben de conectarse o se conectaron y todo tuvo que funcionar de una manera para que todo eso
No,
llegara a ese momento, güey.
pero I have a question for you. Pero el esfuerzo that you put in after you met her in Mexico to come over here to Georgia, what about her, put you in that you wanted to come over here?
Not
You
what
know?
about her, it's like,
No, like,
what did you
what
feel?
What did you feel?
Yeah.
You know,
Lo,
'Cause
lo,
you
lo
you
que
did a
ellos-
lot.
Sí,
Yeah,
Sí,
coming over,
pero-
coming over here from Texas, almost every single month or every other month.
every other month, pero yo le dije a ella, le dije desde un principio, hey, sé clara, si yo voy a ser claro contigo, vamos a ser claros que quieres. ¿Algo serio? Pues vamos a hacer algo
Yeah.
serio. Pero de verdad, pues nos tratamos como por un año y algo de nomás ser just
Talking,
talking, like nada, being anything.
Yeah.
La miraba ahí en México y era todo, era cuando every 6 months.
Mhm.
So, lo que le dije a ella, le dije, hey, yo quiero hacer el esfuerzo de ir a verte. Si me das chance, pues
De esa
voy hasta allá. No me importa. Y eso más que nada, yo como que le enseñé mi interés sobre ella. Y ella como que dijo, ah, cabrón, ese güey es como que sí me quiere.
You're a basic
Pero,
enforcer.
so, de ahí para adelante fue funcionando las cosas como nos pusimos de acuerdo. Ella estaba muy enfocada en la escuela. Desde el día primero yo la apoyé, le dije, hey, tú enfócate en la escuela, yo estoy enfocado en mis metas. Los dos teníamos metas, entonces como que los dos, la comunicación fue muy, muy, muy importante a la relación de nosotros. Porque fue relación a distancia por
Yeah.
pues, mucho tiempo, muchos, 4 años.
Damn.
And a lot of people wouldn't last
Nah,
that long.
that's crazy. I
And he
mean,
was,
it's hard.
I mean, they were both making the effort, but he was coming here.
Y era de un chingo de horas, ¿no?
Yeah.
¿Qué tanto era la distancia?
La distancia de Texas aquí son 9 horas y media, 10, yo manejando.
Es un chingo, güey.
Yo agarraba el avión y me venía y, hey, venía por 3, 4 días.
Solo para verla.
Solo para verla y con tal de que ella me dijera, hey, estoy libre el fin de semana, a mí no me importaba, yo agarraba mis maletas y vámonos. Y venía a verla. Y era de mí enseñarle a ella de que en verdad me importaba. Entonces era como que yo estoy haciendo el esfuerzo y tienes que mirarlo,
Yeah,
¿verdad?
yeah.
Y ella lo valoró. Y yo miré que lo valoró, entonces yo por eso también la tomé muy en serio y le dije, hey, hasta este día se vino la oportunidad y yo y ella hablamos mucho tiempo de cuál no se movía, o ella se movía para Texas o yo me movía para acá. A mí me gustó mucho para acá y me moví para Atlanta, Georgia y está de gusto. Al final de cuentas me separé de mi familia, mis amigos, de toda mi vida me despegué, pero por ella. Y pues fue un esfuerzo muy grande y aquí estamos y espero funcione a lo largo de la vida.
Mhm.
Ahorita estamos comprometidos, ya mero es la boda, pero
Uf,
espero funcione.
es un chingo, güey.
Eso.
Es mucho. Es que nomás en sí uno con los pensamientos de antes es que esto pasa una vez, ¿verdad? Entonces, like, lo tomas con esa seriedad de que no, es que no nomás es cualquier mamada, like, tengo que poner esfuerzo, tengo que ver
No.
todo, porque el fin no debe de ser hasta un chingo de ahorita.
Yeah.
¿Y tú? ¿Cómo te sentías cuando la conociste, cuando la viste? ¿Qué te trató? ¿Qué dices?
Pues
¿Qué?
de la verdad nosotros es diferente porque yo la conocí desde high school.
Ujú.
So, era diferente. Nosotros éramos chiquillos, güey, morritos, güey. So, yo lo miré, pues, en Miguel clasifica diferente, güey. Y pues yo lo miré un vez caminando por la escuela. I'm like, ah, no, morrita sí me encanta. No sé por algo, like her energy, like me encantó. I was like, algo siento con ella, like, I don't know. Y así lo llevamos, sí platicaba con ella. That was freshman year. And así lo llevamos, platicando más o menos. Nothing serious, así. Hasta el senior year, she like moved away after freshman year, and then she came back junior year. Así platicamos también, pero no, nothing serious todavía. Hasta senior year, no sé, algo like in my brain, I was like, I'm ready, like, it clicked, like, I guess I've always felt in my head, I was like, if I date this girl, I know it's it. Like, it's gonna be it for me. And senior year, I was like, I'm ready to date her. And when I started dating her, I was like, this is it. Like, I started talking to her, I was like, yep. Aquí me quedé, güey. Aquí.
Oh, so you didn't
ya
start dating
estoy.
her until senior year?
Yeah, and I knew her. I started knowing her freshman year. I was already talking to her. I was like, yeah, like. But I was like,
but it still took you
it was
a
just,
couple
it took
years.
me a couple years because I was scared. Like, these guys can tell you, I was scared of commitment. Back then, I was scared.
I see.
They would see me, bro. I was like, andaba con,
You were
andaba
having fun.
platicando
You
con
were having
chingo
fun.
de morritos, güey.
Yeah.
But I was scared of commitment. I was like, nah, I can't do it. Like, oh.
But it's cool that you saw that she wasn't the girl to like fuck around with.
Yeah, and I respected her. She tells it a different way. But I was like, I was scared. I respect you that much. I couldn't do it to you. Like, I couldn't do it to
That's
you.
good. I mean, that's being honest, because it's like at a certain point, I have no obligation, you know.
Yeah, like I was like, I couldn't do it
This
to
is
you.
just
So I
love,
can't do you like that.
But once you, es que es lo que a veces se debe de hacer. Ir a explorar, ir a ver cómo va el rollo, cómo va todo el pedo, y
Yeah.
luego decir, no, sabes que no me gustó nada allá afuera.
Yeah.
Like, esto es lo que me cae bien, esto es lo que no. What did you like about them, and kind of like that attraction, you know, towards them?
Yeah.
For me, it was like the main thing. It was like that she had like her own goals, like all the time. Like, sí, ella tenía sus metas de ser enfermera, no matter what. So ella tenía su meta de ser enfermera y yo tenía mis metas de, yo no fui a la escuela, pero tenía mis metas acá aparte de mi vida que quería completar. Y los dos teníamos metas y siento como que desde el día primero pues la apoyaba y para que ella cumpliera sus metas. Me gustó ella desde el día primero, como like miré en ella algo, que ella era una persona honesta y decidí tratarla. Dice, el que no arriesga no gana, ya
Yeah.
como dice el dicho. Entonces es como que dije, me voy a arriesgar, voy a ir hasta Atlanta a mirarla. Y le dije una vez así como entre jugando y bien. Y le dije, ¿y si voy a verte hasta allá? Y ella se quedó como, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Entonces como que dice uno, pues uno de hombre quiere hacer el esfuerzo y ya hace el esfuerzo para venir hasta acá. Pero pues me motivó lo que ella quería hacer en la vida, lo que sus metas, su mentalidad de no ser como una muchacha nomás así que le valía madre en la vida. So, que ella tenía sus metas, eso también me atrajo de ella, de que tenía sus metas a futuro. Y era como que yo lo que estaba buscando, como alguien que tenía metas a futuro y me apoyara a la misma vez en mis metas también.
Damn.
You admired that about her, that she had all that.
So ella sí, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm a try with you, you know, like, ya cuando sabes, y ellos clicks on you, like, ya sabes que,
Out of nowhere. And how did y'all meet again?
pues,
Yeah.
allá en los ranchos, en los bailes, otra
Yeah.
vez, like, nos conocimos allá y decidí tratarla por un año y algo y meses, y ya después le dije, hey, voy a ir a verte hasta allá y si no va a estar jugando conmigo, pues yo tampoco voy a jugar contigo y vamos a calarle a estar juntos. Y la relación funcionó porque relación a distancia no muchas trabajan, no muchos lo logran. Pero lo nuestro fue como más de comunicación y estarnos hablando, hey, sabes que esto no me gusta, no me molesta y cosas así.
Sí.
Es mucha comunicación. La comunicación es una parte fundamental en la relación de que dice uno, oh, esto no me va a gustar porque
Ya me conozco,
ya
ya
me
sé que...
conozco y
Lo,
así, ¿me entiendes? Pero
lo-
con ella funcionó y nos comunicamos bien para estar bien en la relación.
how did you like feel like first meeting her? Like, what
It's
did you
hard.
like about her? Like, what attracted you the most? I know you said her energy, but like, what about it? Like, because it made you feel different, because it made you think differently.
It made me feel different because she was like, I guess she had such a different outlook of life too, like to herself. It made me think about how like I thought about life too. So like she was very, I mean, Melissa's very loving, all that. So it was like, and that stuff I feel like I missed as my childhood. I was like, dang, she was like, I felt like she was kind of completing me in those kind of ways that attracted me more to her. So it was like I just felt more attracted to her energy, how she was, who she was as a person. I was like kept wanting to find out more. And we're still growing as we grow every day as people. So it was like I'm still doing all that today. So it was like it just keeps the relationship fresh, nice, and all that stuff.
In your relationship, and maybe it's not that it is like a deal breaker, but it is has it carries some importance. Does
Yeah.
it carry importance to feel cared for?
Yeah.
Yeah, es que es como,
For me it does at least.
for me, like, yes, ella me da, like, encouragement, like, de seguir adelante. ¿Entiendes? Like, como ella me trata es de como que me cuida. A lo mejor me regaña, pero pues me está
Es de buena manera.
de buena manera porque es su forma de enseñarme que le importo, ¿me entiendes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So es como que digo, oh, a lo mejor ella como, like, it just clicks sometimes like que, oh, ella tiene razón, a lo mejor.
Yeah.
Like, she just trying to take care of me y yo no lo miro así, pero
No lo miras como que ella te está tratando de controlar, sino te está tratando de ver por una diferente perspectiva.
ya, me está
Yeah.
tratando de como
Guiar un poco.
guiar un poco para que no me saque del camino o me vaya del camino. Y muchas personas lo miran de esa manera como, oh,
Se enojan, güey.
she's been toxic o whatever. Pero
Yeah.
no, yo no lo miro así. A veces yo lo pienso y
Yeah.
a veces no se lo digo, pero si lo pienso y digo, "Oh, a lo mejor yo la cagué y lo estoy cagando o whatever. Pero digo, damn, like, yo me doy cuenta cómo su manera de ser me está cambiando, me está cuidando a mí mismo.
Yeah.
Y eso también cuenta mucho en la relación, que ese tipo de cosas.
Entonces tu cariño lo ves más como alguien que toma cariño también a lo que a tus metas, a lo que tú te esfuerzas. Like, si ellos también le meten un poco de cariño propio, eso te ayuda más a ti
Sí,
a
a
seguir
mí me ayuda más.
adelante.
Como por ejemplo, o sea, a mí, si yo tengo una meta y ella me apoya, me motiva, yo le voy a echar más ganas porque ella me está motivando. Y en cambio, como si no me motivara o no me dijera, "Ah, pues
No lo vas a
no
armar,
la
¿no?
vas a armar o whatever." That type of shit, sí, a un hombre, yo pienso que para mí formalmente sí, it brings you down, like, your energy, porque dices, damn, like, si ni tu propia persona no cree en ti, like, ¿qué esperas de la demás gente, you know? Y a veces es crazy, porque allá afuera hay más gente que puede creer en ti y te anima y sales adelante. And then, like, si tu propia persona no te sale como apoyando, dices, damn, like, como que te baja, te da un bajón.
Yeah. Y tú también respondiste que sí, but like what's important, like what way do you like to be taken care of, or like, not only as a partner but just as a man too.
It's just, I mean, she loves doing these like mentally checks, like mental checks, like, are you okay mentally, like, On the outside, I always look like I'm good. I mean, y'all know me. I'm calm. I'm calm most of the time. So it's like, she was like, well, are you actually calm or is like?
Or you're just trying to.
Because
Like,
sometimes you could be calm and your head is going.
yeah,
Crazy.
Going.
It's,
It's every time, all day, every day. So like, she's like, are you okay though? Like she's asking a certain way. I feel it. I'm like,
she really wants
sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm not. And it's okay to not be.
Okay.
And as I've been trying to explain to these guys, sometimes it's okay not to be there. Yeah. Like, 100%. It's all right. It's all right.
I feel like that's when you kind of know, like, they say, like, the first step to finding a solution is realizing there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to kind of admit, like, hey, you know what? Something's not going right here. Either A, you can kind of stop, take a step back, analyze, and then you execute whatever way you want to. You know, your plan becomes more strong.
Yeah.
It's solidified by the fact that, like, you've taken time to look at every single aspect that becomes that problem.
Yep.
And how am I going to get through it? And it takes a certain, like, critical thinking of how you will, like, develop a technique every time,
Yeah.
you know, because now when you go into the thought of having families, you also got to think for more people now. You got to think for, like, 5 different minds if you have that many, you know, kids and a wife.
Yeah.
So you're at a certain point, your critical thinking has to keep evolving.
Yep.
As your life continues, because, you know, a lot of people say it, you become a man when you take care of other people too, you know. And
Yeah.
I think once that comes into play, you got to be a lot sharper. But
Yep.
that comes with taking care of it from the base.
Yep.
If you can't, if
Take care of
you,
yourself.
if you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of other people?
Yep.
And you become, if you don't work on that, and we've seen that in the past, men in the past, you know, they don't work on that shit within themselves, and that ends up killing them throughout the years.
Yeah, and they damage other people on the way.
It just continues to weigh on you.
Yeah.
And well, like adding on to his question, how did your love for y'all's women affect you guys? Like, how did you guys how do you guys feel like that it bettered you in that way? You know, because I know in both of y'all situations, you guys felt like they bettered you in a certain way. Like, how did y'all's love for y'all women like better you in that in a way? Because I feel like with everything we talked about, is like you guys all talked about like that you guys grew. Like, how do y'all think personally, like especially like specific situations that it affected, like it bettered you in ways?
I think it made me better in a way of being more empathetic towards people, feeling more emotions, and understanding people more, for sure. And she made me understand that because she's that type of person. That's what she is, and that's what I love about her. She's very empathetic with people, and she's a kind soul. So it's like I learned to be that with y'all, and I don't know if y'all felt that in my relationship with y'all now.
No. Please.
I have a lot more understanding. Not as still pushy with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm still hard on y'all because sometimes, I grew up very hard, so I was like so I've been thinking, and my mindset is like some people need that though. Like,
no.
So I was like, I've been seeing these guys like, nah, I need this. I'm being a little hard on them today.
A
little push on them. So like that's what I be doing. But she's made me understand like not everybody, like people are different, and you gotta understand that. And I've been understanding that a lot more though. So she's really, like crazy helped me on that. So I was like, yeah. I don't know you.
Para mí ella ha sido like, I don't know, like, ella ha sido like outstanding, like, siempre como que ella me procura mucho, like, whatever I'm gonna do, she just makes sure, like, I'm okay, or, like, if I'm gonna do something, it's gonna be the safest way para hacerlo, like, secure, like, y it feels great, porque ella, like, de cierta manera, tiene su forma particular de
she carries herself.
To take care of me and take care of herself. Y mostrar al mismo tiempo amor. And like, siento que he aprendido de ella de ser como, es amigable, pero igual se resguarda. She has her boundaries, like, al mismo tiempo, like, she knows, like, when to stop, you know?
Yeah.
Y he aprendido también eso de ella, porque yo era, like, de que, sí, yo te ayudo.
Yeah.
Whatever, anytime, 24/7. And I still do. Si eres una buena persona, ahorita ya sí.
Back in the day, you'd let people take advantage of you.
Yeah, back in the day, people be taking
Yeah.
advantage of me, and that shit just don't
Yeah.
feel right, you know.
Yeah.
Y ella me ha enseñado como a, like, be standing
know.
like my boundaries. You
Yeah.
know?
No, that's good. I think
Yeah.
what I love is that now it's becoming more accepted. The ideology that behind a great man is an even greater woman.
I think
And
I think that's perfect. I think that's
and-
such a perfect example.
and-
Because there's so many great men, but if you look right next to them, it's a woman that's holding them down and being that way. That because like I don't think a man can do it by himself. He needs either some specific someone or people backing him up that they can hold him through.
Like I'm not gonna go into like a whole machismo,
Yeah.
blurred out. But I like this one example that I heard that it's just whatever dynamic you believe in and what the family is considered. If the man is the leader, he's the head of the household. They say it's the head because the wife is the neck that upholds
Yeah.
the head.
Yeah.
There's no way that it works without it, And not only is it the brain too, you could be considerate,
Mhm.
but it's it's what holds up a man, and
The
I've
support.
seen it go both ways. What a woman can do when she messes with a man in a horrible way, but I've seen women that uplift men to do great things, and the
Exactly.
woman stays the same way because she's like, I knew this from the jump, and I saw it within him. I just didn't, I needed to help him realize it.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I've noticed a lot. That like a lot of these women that have been great to their husbands, the husbands just end up being a lot easier to work with, a lot more ambitious, and they always have a level head because they're not like overthinking too much about it.
And most of the time, when it's a great man and he fucks up, that woman is still behind him and supporting him. Because I mean, it's just like there's great women that can uplift men and be that sort of person. And like I don't know, guys need that. They need that someone supporting them. Because most of the time, guys don't get that. Once they find that someone, it's like it just motivates them so much. They need that.
Damn. No, and I like talking about that, like about what like the things that men are starting to realize more about because. Yeah, I think if we don't do this, our generation, like next to us, after us, will have to pay for still some of the traditions or some of the traumas that have been kept from a long time ago.
No, like, especially now that it's like the hookup culture and all that shit. Like no, listen, like the guys that are around right now. Most of them, the girls that say they ain't shit, we ain't shit.
Right.
This is like it's like the meme that we see men ain't men no more. And it's kinda
Exactly,
true,
and
like,
they're not wrong.
there's a lot of
You
guys
know?
who missing the main stuff,
Yeah, that's what I
It's
think
like-
I wanted to do, like in this time by myself, is like really, really figure out what my limits are. What can I do? What can I create?
No, but like even
Yeah.
just basics of like being gentlemen, bro. Motherfuckers don't know anything about that anymore, bro. Of just being gentlemen and like,
Yeah.
shit
Well, yeah.
like that.
I mean, to me, it's like saying certain things in front of women.
Hmm.
I don't.
Even just of a simple thing of opening a door or something like that.
Yeah, but it also goes farther than that now, and I think now we see that it's like don't be so pushy on certain things. I feel like
Mhm.
lust is such a big thing where
No,
we fuck
exactly.
up a lot on.
But do you also think it's because women also push back a lot as well?
Well, I mean, nowadays, I don't know about that because nowadays women, especially, there's more guys than women, especially,
I think
here.
there's more girls than guys.
No, there's more there's more, there's more girls than guys. So, options, right?
Yeah.
But, like, it's the way that they treat people. At the same time, it's like they just treat us like, there's another one. I see, no mas.
Well, then,
More-
yeah,
more
but I
than-
feel like then that's when it comes into your own play to be like, okay, I'm gonna test out the waters, but if I feel like there's just so much restraint for no reason,
Yeah.
then obviously this person just isn't ready to commit to anything, and I shouldn't
Exactly.
either. I feel like it's a toxic mentality of I like a girl that doesn't like me. Like it's crazy to think that way, but that's sometimes what happens. People get so stuck up
No,
on the
but
person.
I think the mentality right now is like, oh, I think they're trying to play me, and the other person's thinking, oh, they're trying to play me. The guy thinks that, the girl thinks the same thing. Oh, they're trying to play me, so they're all playing defense, So they don't let each other get close. It's just back and forth, especially with like going to clubs and meeting people because that's how people meet each other. It's like,
Well,
okay, you know.
Well, I can't speak on that because like I didn't really
Yeah,
meet
no,
Melly.
yeah.
It's like
That's
like,
what the culture is right now.
Is what the culture is right
Yeah.
now. So that's why I'm like trying to ask y'all like, what is like? Is that the way it is now? Or, like, how is it now? How is it to take a girl down or ask her out on a date? How did like is it so different now? Like,
I'll be honest with you. I feel like I haven't even had like the full.
experience.
Yeah, I haven't had an experience in a while just because it's a lot to go into with somebody like that. And I don't really have the time to just go and test things out so freely. Where
Well,
people are
why don't you have the time?
I think you. I mean, you're doing it. Where you're coming from is because you travel a lot. Like you're for work, you're traveling a lot, and you don't have a lot of free time, right? But I think I feel like you're rushing a lot of things, because of what you think your time frame is, and it's like you can just take it slow. You don't have to we have to go on the. I have to get to know her straight off the bat, like you can take things slow. Like you don't have to go on a date and a girl in the first 2 weeks. You can just be talking to her and just chill.
Yeah.
But,
I think I don't know.
I feel like you feel like you're rushed right now.
Yeah, I feel like I'm.
Do you
And
think
you don't have to
do you
take
think
it
you
that
have
way.
your
You don't
expectations
have to
a
do
little
it
too
that
high?
way.
Or like
Mm.
not expectations necessarily like how do I explain this? Like
I feel like I talked about this on the last episode, and it was
Yeah.
with the guy. He kind of asked me the same question, and I
Did you
said
s-
it more as in I realized that what happened in the past was I was so conflicted with what I wanted to do that I wanted to. There's a lot of movement when you're trying to explore new things within yourself. You're trying to find maybe new avenues of making money. You want to become an entrepreneur. You want to become a creator.
yeah.
And so I feel like I was in such a conflict with what is your passion? What do you want to be? I still hadn't found myself completely.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was kind of searching for, but that created a lot of in betweens, a lot of movement, and I think that caused a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Because there was that conflict within me, I couldn't always be so clear on what my ambitions
Yeah.
were.
And not to cut you off so quickly, it was like stress affects a lot of people don't think this. Stress affects every aspect of your life. Even though if you don't think so, it does. No matter what it is. It could be something so small, something so big. Stress affects every aspect
Especially
of
emotionally.
anybody's up. Yeah, especially emotionally.
And I feel like that's what I want to avoid. I don't want to go into something great and have it being ruined by not being able. I get it. You
Other
can't always-
aspects that's outside of that.
outside of and not only that,
Yeah.
but inside of me, what I want to know everything about myself.
Yeah.
At a certain point, and once I realized that maybe that journey is better off alone, I think that's when I was like, it's better now than try to do this at 40, at 50. People do that. People go their lives
Yeah.
without really finding themselves, and then their kids go off to school. They're all going away to do whatever the great things, and the parents get stuck with, well, the only thing that I've been doing for the last 18, 20, whatever years is over now. Who am I? What do I do now?
Yeah.
No, but I agree with you in literally every aspect because I went basically through the same situation. But at the same time, there's some things you can only learn when you're with people and when you're being around people and having those emotional connections with people. There's some things that you can only learn by being with people. Obviously, there's a lot to learn about yourself and all that, but there's a lot of things that you only learn when you know how you are with another person and how you deal with that person, especially with what you have on top of you. You have to learn how to balance everything out. I think there's a lot to learn in that way. I think it's as important as it is learning how to be by yourself.
Damn. It's as important as learning to be by yourself.
Yeah. But as learning to be with other people. And
I get that.
And balancing your life,
I just feel like I'm putting too much faith in myself, but I just have a way of I feel like I can quickly read people.
I understand, bro. I promise you, because I think I'm the same way.
And maybe that's just
I
being
think I'm the same
prejudice or whatever, and I'll run the risk of that. But I'd rather run the risk of that stopping me from really going into something that's gonna affect me in the future than just going into it blindly. Like I've seen a lot of people do it and it completely affects them.
Yeah.
So I think that's just the only thing that I've been trying to avoid. Like I haven't felt like any type of connection with somebody yet, you know.
Yeah.
To that point to make me do something as crazy as just trying to put my life on hold.
It's not even about just having like a romantic connection like that. It's just about with the people around you, just having like being emotionally open with people around you, just your friends and stuff like that. It's just, you know, learning yourself in that way of, you know, what you are capable of. Because you can ask Noe, I wasn't in a, like, I wouldn't even let these guys fucking touch me because I didn't like, you know, voicing myself in that way. But like gradually it just, especially like being with the girls that are in our group, like they led me being into that way because I wasn't like that with the guys at all in the beginning, you know. And it's just like it was just learning how to go about day by day, you know. And it's like what was being a group like benefits you a lot because, you know, I just work my way there of like being that sort of way because I wasn't like that even with my friends. And if I wasn't like that with my friends, how could I be like that with somebody romantically, you know?
And somebody that you don't know.
You know, exactly.
As closely, because you know you'll put the effort into somebody that you know for a while, not somebody that just rolled into your life. But yeah, I get to know, and I mean, there's a lot more that that goes to it. It's such a crazy concept, and I don't want to I just don't like playing around. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to spend time on something that I feel like isn't gonna bring me.
Oh yeah, nobody likes wasting their time. Nobody likes wasting their time.
I'm also like I feel like I want to be invested into a relationship if I'm there.
And you think you can't right now be.
I wouldn't be. I know I wouldn't be.
Your full focus wouldn't be there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be, and I don't think that's fair. So I'm like, I'd rather just put
that's valid.
that aside. I'll be okay, and I think that's one of my things. Like I've always wanted to be okay being alone, and I know it sounds a little antisocial or whatever, but it was just the truth, you know. Like I think it's sometimes better that way because you hurt people less. Like you know when to take yourself out of situations or out of conflicts.
No, because you feel like the only person that I'll end up hurting is myself. And
exactly.
That's easy.
Peace is a little bit more important now, so it's just like I'll do it no matter what.
But is that fair to you? Is what you have to think of that. Like
I think so because I think for a long time I
think you're selling yourself short if you're thinking, all I'm gonna hurt is myself. If you don't give yourself the opportunity to see what else is out there, you know. I think
that's what happened. Like at a certain point, I had to stop something that was very important to me. And then I had to kind of at a certain point, you have to hurt yourself to.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, you do. Hell yeah, you do.
Kind of the way you're explaining is like you've always felt like you were stuck in the middle.
Yeah,
exactly. Of something.
So like
I wanted to be.
So you might as well just cut yourself off completely.
What?
And like just this the way Alan explained it, I feel like you're kind of selling yourself short.
Please,
what is that like?
You're not letting yourself feel the moment.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of
just
what it sounds
like,
there,
bro.
You know, that's kind of what it sounds like. You know, you're not letting yourself feel the moment.
I'm gonna
how
tell
it
you.
feels.
I'll give you my whole resume, bro. I've been going on fucking triple dates with them for the last 10 years. It haven't nobody there. Like it's just been me. But like you just gotta let yourself feel the experience, and then if a girl comes along and you think it's going, just vibe with it. See where it goes. If it goes somewhere,
I'm not opposed to it. I realized that when I try in a way that I knew that it wasn't really gonna I set myself in situations. I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Try harder because I would
that's
be like
the thing,
I'd be like
the
first time
I don't want to right now.
No, because like the first inconvenience to me when I was in that position, the first inconvenience of what they said or something that was happening with me, I'd be like, oh yeah, I can't see you, whatever, go on with my life, right? The first inconvenience.
That's not
how you should do it. But like the first inconvenience, we can't see each other this weekend. Oh yeah, I'm never gonna meet you again. Type shit.
No, and I feel like that's what it is. Like you
gotta try harder. That's what I'm saying. You gotta try a little bit harder. You don't gotta go all the way in, because you're still working on yourself. But you gotta try a little bit harder to get.
No, like basically the way that I feel, and that's what I said in the last episode was I feel like what I had to end, it was something good.
Yeah.
And I ended it to do this.
Yeah.
And I feel like going back to somebody now, if I'm still not complete with the journey that I sacrificed that for,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it feels like.
No. Okay, that's valid.
You
that's
see what I'm
valid as
saying?
fuck. No,
That's what I'm
valid as
like.
fuck.
Now I did all of that
That's
for
valid,
nothing.
yeah.
Everything that I said, vale verga, because I didn't stay to what I
Your
told
word
myself.
of what you
and
promised
that
yourself. Or what you
person,
promised
too.
yourself. Yeah.
You know, because I was also the voice of that person. Like, I'm not gonna go fuck around. Like, I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna go do what I said I'm gonna do, and I'm trying to do it. I'm not saying that I'm trying to live up to the expectation. No, I'm trying to live up to my word. Like
Yeah.
I finally, like you said, I finally want to go something 100%.
Yeah.
And getting in with somebody, and you can say, "Oh, I'm gonna start off slow," but sometimes te agarra, güey. Like when
Yeah.
it's something cool, when it's something nice.
Oh yeah.
Te agarra, güey. And it's not that I'm afraid of it. It's that I'm afraid that I'm, again, stuck between two things when I promise myself, like, you're doing this because you're trying to avoid that.
So
Because you do hurt that person,
No.
but then you hurt yourself again.
No, but
But
you don't want to
so-
fuck either one of those situations up.
Yeah, exactly.
but so what is your 100%?
I don't, and not saying it's going to be 100%. I just know that I'm laying out the plan, and I still want to find myself with time to trying to execute and see. Maybe it's going to take me longer. Now I know, but I want to be in those tough times on my own, where if I need to jump here, jump there, I don't have to be bringing people with me.
I'm like, for my situation is, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I know Marisa probably kind of knows. You're not always at something 100%, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of your mind's always somewhere else. A little bit. No matter what. It's never 100% for real.
For real.
And it's, your mind's always somewhere else. And por eso, like, and I'm trying to explain, it's hard to explain, but like,
Ya, pero es como que, no sé, ya tienes algo planeado.
you kind of, you do want to have a plan and something, but it's never gonna go as how you want it.
No.
That's what I'm trying to explain. Like, sometimes stuff just doesn't go as planned. That's how life is, though, and that's the beauty of life.
Yeah,
It doesn't always go as 100%, 100%, not even 90%. Sometimes not even 50%.
Y nomás
of the
te
way
tienes
you
que
wanted to go.
adaptar a los cambios que van influyendo en la vida. Porque tú puedes planear muchas cosas aquí, de aquí a 3 días, y ninguna de esas mierdas se hace.
That is true. I've always, you set yourself with expectations or wants, but it doesn't always end up being the same way.
Never does, man.
Damn.
And it does suck. It does. I'm gonna tell you 100%. Cause I plan so many things. It never goes. This going on this trip alone, it didn't even go as we planned
That's
it.
true. That is true.
Bro,
And
I'm about to
it
have
didn't
one
go
of them.
as any of us planned it. But como quiera, I was like, I'm gonna still make it, as much as I can. And it probably wasn't even 75% of how I wanted it. But como quiera, I put my effort into it as much as I could.
Yeah.
And that's just how life is.
And bro, like again, like this, I like that this episode was brought up out of nowhere. You know,
This episode was random out.
is random.
We didn't have the day planned, nothing for really
Nah.
for
No.
sure.
We had a
were
good
just-
day though. So
We
far.
had it was a great day.
No, we just be.
We were just
having a
going with
great
the flow,
time,
and,
and
and,
just like-
and I was like, Pepe, because Pepe had like was bringing it up, kind of was like, yeah, down, I'm down. So I was like, all right. And we were at the bar. We already ordered a couple of shots, but you were drinking. But I was like, Pepe, let's go to the crib let's do it. Let's do the podcast. I don't care. Like,
Fuck it.
and it wasn't part of the plan, but let's do it. Like, I'm down.
It wasn't part of the plan for the Groomsmen, and like for me being a Groomsman for this minute, and then me lately being like,
Te sientes como nuevo.
dije a la verga, dije, soy nueva en este pedo, pero ok, como quiera voy a hacer el pinche podcast.
right.
Yeah, like it's something new, and like that shit we talked about is like something real, like real life talk
Real life
shit.
things we're talking about. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, for real.
And hopefully there'll be more. I think it's what, like 2, 3 in the morning.
yeah.
It's 3 in the morning. Es una mamada, güey. Está chido, güey. Está chido este pedo. Where can people find you guys? Where do you guys, like, what's your tags and everything? On Instagram o lo que quieran.
You can follow me on Robles Q _. So like ROBLES Q _.
We'll put it right
On
here,
Instagram.
You know? This is just for everybody to get to know the people.
And
get to know the boy.
we do have a group channel. We haven't posted it in a while.
No, do not.
And this is
Hey.
hey, and this is another story to tell.
Oh, hell no.
We had a gaming channel back then when we were in high school, called TKG. Me and my boy Alan have our logo that we made tatted on us. So that's a whole another story, también, within itself.
That's fine. We could do that.
Yeah. So he has a tattoo right here on his arm. I have a tattoo right here, también on my arm. It's a whole nother story. TKG. People who went to Osborne, they know what it was.
They know the TKG.
They know TKG was live.
I hate hoes.
Oh my gosh.
IHH 1017. People knew about that.
That's crazy.
But that's another story.
That's crazy.
You Mauricio?
Shit.
They can rely to be updated on your social media, right?
Not
Así-
really.
así
I
como
mean,
mí, güey.
I post shit like every now and then, but it's like rarely. But yeah, you still can follow me. Like it's Mauricio underscore
We'll put it right
08,
here.
whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, you want to put yours?
No, I'm not on social media.
With lying.
We'll put our names.
Why Alan? Come on.
Like more social
Bro,
media.
this man Alan swears, bro.
I'm good.
We'll just
Alan be-
put names at the end later,
We'll put the
guys.
names at the end, bro.
But man,
I
I
don't
really...
be like the good guy right now.
Hell no, I'm not on social media.
That's crazy.
I'll be out there at the club, but I don't post for shit, literally. I think my last Instagram post was like 2 years ago.
No, well, I
I
appreciate
don't
it.
really post
Anyways,
shit.
guys, man, you know,
Nah.
to give me some
There's
time.
no
Appreciate
follow.
you for even giving us any kind of like sort of platform of just speaking just as
Just speaking our shit.
hey,
you know.
as compa. Hey, I had to put that shit in the
You
podcast.
gotta be careful.
man.
They better take you downstairs, bro.
Yeah, I know. Y si no, it's taking todo Man, well, guys, thank you guys for joining us. This was, like I said, last minute. It's 3 a.m. I'm not lying, but I appreciate you guys for sticking. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you sticking with us. Hopefully, we can come up with more questions through like conversations like this. I know a lot of people sometimes are interested in y son metiches en corazón de que quiero saber lo que está pasando con la gente. So we'll try to keep you guys more entertained and cheeseman or whatever, you know. Maybe we'll bring girls to come and talk while we're talking too. We can have a whole cross
Probably
conversation.
one day, like probably.
That's gonna be crazy, you know.
You want me to debate with?
Hey, that's crazy.
No,
bar for bar.
Bar for bar. We'll see. We'll see what we can
You
create.
cut that out right now.
But thank you guys for joining us, man, with the boys. We're gonna end it up right here. Huh?
A little shout out, hey, San Luis Potosí.
Let's
We
go.
went there.
Puro, sí,
July 5th, pull up.
Puro
I ain't gonna say
pinche
who's gonna be
San
there,
Luis
but y'all pull up. It's gonna be a fucking movie. July 5th, 2025, this year.
This year, let's go.
So
That was
we put
already
this in
planned
right
for
there.
a while,
And
too.
it's been planned.
Let's
And I've been telling people.
Y de aquí tenemos de noviembre.
En noviembre primero en Beaumont, Texas.
Bowman.
Nos vemos allá y it's gonna be
That's
good.
gonna be
Get
good.
you
Claro,
Hell
por
yeah.
fin.
Por fin. No sé por fin, güey, no, oiga, me siento viejo, cabrón.
Nah, man.
Pero nada,
El tiempo es bueno, ¿verdad? El
El
tiempo.
tiempo es bueno.
el tiempo
Ya
está bien. Nada, nos vemos ahí en Beaumont, Texas. Si
Dichosos los
quieren ir,
invitados.
vayan. Si no, pues a la verga.
We'll finish it like that, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining us. And this is another episode of Pep Talks Podcast, episode 27. Thank you so much. See you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Yep. Ahora sí, trae. Hey, the camera's
Tráiganse
cut.
las
The
putas.
camera. Bring the strippers, bro. Fuck it.